All right, Steve, this is a continuation from a conversation I chose not to get into on our morning sports program on KXNO on would have been Wednesday, the 4th of November, when we somehow got on the subject of aliens and abductions, and you felt that you
and
had
folks in trailer parks being anally probed by the Greys.
Right.
Yes.
You said that you had a theory on that, and I chose to not go down that rabbit hole on my show, but let's see what your theory is on that.
Well, I guess it would be more like a hypothesis if we're going to follow the scientific method to the T. My belief is that I think some of it is a desire, obviously, to be given attention, to be special in some way. I think some of it is you're just a flat, crazy redneck. And then I think some of it is that there are real encounters that people are having, John, but I don't necessarily believe they are with extraterrestrial life forms. I think this is not a physical confrontation or invasion they're experiencing, but rather a spiritual one. And, you know, it's been said before that the greatest trick that Satan has ever pulled, or the devil has ever pulled, is convincing people that he doesn't exist. Right, and we joke about that. Evil, we trifle with it. You know, even some of us put our kids in devil costume with pitchforks and send them out to go trick-or-treating this time of year. But what better way to get people distracted from the reality of their spiritual condition than to create really an alternative universe for them? And that I've often wondered if many of the things that people describe that have credible accounts of alien abductions, encounters, or violations are really spiritual violations that frankly have their origins in hell. And you know, when I was growing up, I was really to the occult. Read a lot of books on it. I was really into UFO. Abductions, read the book by, is it Whitley Strieber, I think is his name, or Whitney Strieber, who's probably the most famous or credible claimed UFO abductee. I was really into this stuff, read a lot about it, used to believe a lot in it. And in many cases, the so-called abduction for these people, John, becomes the formative event in their lives by which their entire belief system is rearranged around and formulated by. Well, if you were a demon in hell, could you come up with a more clever scheme to get people to stop thinking about their own sinfulness, about their need for grace, than to help them create in a very believable alternative reality? And that's my hypothesis of what really is happening with these so-called alien abductions, at least the credible reports of them.